Dr. Zhivago. Introduction. It is the beginning of the 20th century, and the lives of four young people are interrupted by the extraordinary events of the Russian revolutions. They struggle to define their roles in a constantly changing world, just as their country searches for its way forward. Each of the four, Yuri, Tanya, Lara, and Pasha, finds love and loses it. Against the bloody background of two revolutions and a world war, they come to a better understanding of who they are. Around them is a crowd of interesting, often tragic, figures whose personal historical mirror this formative period in the Russia Revolution. The first part of Dr. Zhivago takes place in 1901 and 1903, and then the action moves to 1905. This was the years of First Russian Revolution, when industrial workers, soldiers, and sailors rose up against the governments of Nicholas, the last Tsar or king of Russia. Chapter 1. The small, sad group walked behind the horse and carriage which carried the coffin of Maria Nikolaevna. As they walked, they sang eternal memories. People along the way stared and made the sign of the cross. Some asked who was in the coffin. Zhivago, they were told, but not the great man himself. It's his wife. The coffin was closed and put into the ground. Earth was thrown on top of it, and suddenly a 10-year-old boy threw himself on top of the earth, like a wild animal which has lost its mother. The small boy covered his face with his hands and burst into tears. Finally, his uncle, the dead woman's brother, led him away. The boy, Yuri Andreyevich Zhivago, was now an orphan. Even though his father was still alive. He had left Yuri and his mother a long time ago and had gone to Siberia. Since then, he had spent the family's million on bad business plans. Women and alcohol. Yuri didn't know his father. But he could remember some things about his own past. Many things used to carry his name. There were Zhivago factories, a Zhivago bank, a Zhivago buildings, even a Zhivago cake. When he was younger, Yuri had lived in a wonderful house in a beautiful park. He had enjoyed the best of everything. Then one day, it all disappeared, and he and his mother became poor. Now his mother was dead and he was living in Moscow with his brother. Nikolaevich, his uncle Koila. Uncle Koila was a serious religious man. He was concerned with the political idea of his time and he's looking for a new path that would change the world. In the future, he would write several important books that guided the thinking of many people during Russia's coming revolutionary years. Yuri loved and admired this uncle who was now mother and father to him. The young boy listened to his Christian philosophy and accepted it as his own.